Life goes up and it goes down. I know my mom taught me that.
Good morning everyone and welcome back to another what I eat calorie counting video. I've not had any breakfast this morning. It's now about 12:30 and I've got my lunch ready. I'm having one of the Taste the Difference white pave rolls toasted and that's 198 calories. And on top of that I've got 60 grams of Sainsbury's light mozzarella for 85 calories. 100 grams of tomatoes, these are the Sainsbury's Best of British tomatoes, for 25 calories. 15 mils of balsamic glaze for 42 calories. I've also got a couple of torn up basil leaves there, which I haven't counted the calories for. So today's lunch is a total of 350 calories. I also have to show you what I made Ali for lunch today. I don't know if anybody will remember, I bought this back just before Christmas. It's the black olive pesto from the Wicked Kitchen, and Ali tried it and absolutely loves it. It's got black olives, pesto and charcoal in it, and I've just made that with a little pasta and cheese for him for his lunch. Tonight for dinner I've got half of the Chicago Town vegan barbecued jackfruit pizza. This is 593 calories for half the pizza. Ali's actually going to have the other half for his lunch tomorrow, and I'm having that with 50 grams of curly kale baked in the oven with some salt, pepper and chili flakes. That's 20 calories. So dinner tonight is 613 calories. Tonight for snacks I'm just having 3 pieces of the gingerbread fudge, which is 134 calories. I'm just fancying something sweet, which I normally do at time of the month. So that brings my total calories for today to 1,177, leaving me with 23 left over. Hi everyone, it's actually now Friday and there's a few things going on with Wednesday and Thursday I thought I'd better pop on here and tell you about. On Wednesday I totally forgot to film my lunch. Well, it wasn't even lunch, it was just a snack. I was starting to feel peckish, but it was getting on in the day. We were going out for dinner because we were going to go and see Bat Out of Hell the musical, which, by the way, was flipping amazing. I absolutely loved it. It was so good. We actually got the understudy of the lead guy, the lead character's name's Strat, and the last song before intermission's Bat Out of Hell, which is like probably the biggest Meatloaf song, right? And the whole intermission I was going to Ellie, I can't believe that guy's voice. I cannot get over that guy's voice. His voice was so good. It was perfect for Bat Out of Hell. Like, I can't get over it. And Ellie's like, Mum, shut up. Because I said it so often. And I was like, it doesn't look like the guy that they've pictured in this. The little, what do you call this? Oh my God, what's the name for it? My brain's just went dead. So it wasn't this guy who is the lead guy, Glenn Adamson. I was like, that doesn't look like him. And I'm looking through it, and it's this guy, Samuel Pope. And I was like, oh my God, if he is that good, the understudy is that good, how good is the lead guy? It was so flipping good. I absolutely loved it. Absolutely loved it. It is, if you're interested in going to see it and you love Meatloaf's music, it's like a little modern day Peter Pan type story. And then obviously all the music's like Jim Steinman, and who wrote and produced for Meatloaf. I think he wrote all Meatloaf songs actually, and I always used to think, like, when all these musicals were coming out, like, you know, based off of people's music, like Bohemian Rhapsody and oh God, there's loads of them now. There's loads of them now based off actual bands, and there's the American Idiot one as well, based on the Green Day music. And I was like, why are they not doing one for Meatloaf? Because Meatloaf's music's like made for musicals, and obviously it's quite a new musical. It's only a couple of years old, but I flipping loved it. I thoroughly enjoyed it. The only thing is, they tell you that you're not allowed to sing along to it. Like, there's about 50,000 announcements before it starts to say, please don't sing along. This is not a sing along. This is a theatre production. You can unleash your inner Meatloafs on the way home. And I was like, what? And it was so flipping hard not to sing along because it's Meatloaf's music. Like, you just want to belt it out, don't you? So anyway, I did enjoy it, and then I did like listen to Meatloaf all the way home because it was so good. I honestly loved it so much. I could go and see that again like 100 times. I really enjoyed it, and it's been so long since I've been to see a musical or anything. I can't even tell you the last thing that I went to see. Anyway, getting back to the food stuff, on Wednesday before we went out for dinner and all that, and I was starting to feel a little bit peckish, so I just had 4 of the corn on my arm, the corn savoury picnic eggs. That was 200 calories for 4 of them. I also had a bottle of the GYOZA strawberry milkshake. I just really fancied some milkshake. I actually wanted vanilla, but they didn't have any at my little shop, so I got a strawberry one. That was 228 calories. And then we went to Sushi for dinner. Ali and I probably argued between us where we wanted to go, what we wanted to do, and then I was like, do you know what, Ali? I'm making the decision because this is technically my night. You got the tickets for me for my Christmas to go and see it. And then on Monday when we go down to KSI in Newcastle, you can choose where we go because that's your night. And I thought that was fair. So I decided I wanted to go to Sushi because I'd been craving their pumpkin katsu. I had this, I think Ali and I wasn't recording. Do you remember last summer there was like a month or 2 months even where I wasn't recording or making YouTube videos. Ali had stayed over at my dad's house one night and I picked him up on the Sunday and took him out for lunch, and we went to Sushi for the first time, and I got the pumpkin katsu and it was so good, and I've been craving it for the last couple of weeks, so I decided that's where I wanted to go for dinner last night. It was absolutely delicious. So I'll put up what I had at Sushi now. And to drink at Sushi, I had a bottle of iron brew. It was a glass bottle of, it was full sugar iron brew because they didn't do 0 sugar iron brew. It was 66 calories because it wasn't a big bottle. And then afterwards, we had like 45 minutes before we could go into the theatre. And there's a Starbucks close by to that. So we just went in there and I got Ali a cake and that, you know, pudding. He likes his puddings, that boy. So I got a Starbucks grande latte, and that was 180 calories. I nearly said 80 calories. 180 calories for the latte. So in total on Wednesday, I had set myself in my mind a target of 1,800 calories. I've explained this in my weighing update this week, that I couldn't change it on the app because I wanted to be 1,200 for the rest of the week and 1,800 on Wednesday when we went out for dinner. But I couldn't change it on the app, and somebody actually commented saying because they won't let you go less than 1,200. I didn't want to go less than 1,200. I just wanted it to be 1,200 for the rest of the week and be able to manually set it on Wednesday for 1,800, but it wouldn't let me do it. So I just had it in my head, 1,800 for Wednesday, and my total for Wednesday was only 1,589, which means I was minus 211 from my target of 1,800, so I'm quite happy with that. I didn't have breakfast. I've been really bad with breakfast this week. Going into yesterday, which was Thursday, I didn't eat all day. I had a really bad day with my back because I think it must have just been the sitting on the bus up the time because that's like an hour journey. The seats are not comfortable on a bus, and then obviously an hour back. Actually, it was less than an hour back because it was quite late and there was no traffic. And then just sitting at the theatre and everything, the seats at the theatre were like, they just weren't comfortable at all. And it wasn't that the seats weren't too comfortable. It was more that there wasn't a lot of leg room. So I couldn't get comfortable because there was such a tiny little space between the seats in front and where we were sitting, and it just wasn't comfortable at all. So yeah, yesterday I really did suffer with my back a bit. Just kind of rested. I done some ironing and that. I didn't do much, but I wasn't feeling hungry at all. I don't know if it's to do with time of the month or whatever. I don't know. It must be, because that's the only thing that's going on. I didn't feel sick or anything like that. It's just wasn't hungry, and I'm not going to force myself to eat when I wasn't hungry. I started to get hungry about 4:30, so that was dinner time. And I had my dinner, so I'll show you that now. Tonight for dinner I'm having I really can't be bothered cooking meals, so I've just chucked everything in the oven. So I've got one of the spicy natural bean burgers from Iceland. These are absolutely delicious if you want to try one. They're so good. 245 calories for one burger. I've also got 100 grams of the Space Raiders pickled onion potato shapes, which are 268 calories. 135 grams of Branston baked beans for 115 calories. So dinner tonight is a total of 620 calories. And Ali's having 2 of the battered beef burgers along with his Space Raider potato shapes and beans. And my dinner was all that I had to eat yesterday. The total for the day was 724, and that included coffees. I think I had maybe 4 coffees throughout the day, I don't know. And I had 2 sugar-free Red Bulls as well. So the total was 1,724, and that left me with 476. Now this isn't intentional because I went over calories on Wednesday. I'm perfectly fine being over calories for Wednesday. It wasn't intentional at all, but actually it's going to now balance out my calories for the week. I'm not going to save that 400 odd for like the weekend or anything like that. I'm just going to leave it because I think now I'm on a positive for maybe 100 to 200 calories for the week. I don't know, I'll see by the time Sunday comes or something, but it's just a coincidence that I wasn't feeling very hungry yesterday. It wasn't intentional at all, but hey ho, that's how it happens sometimes. So now that brings us up to today, which is, oh, you know what, actually, a couple of people were asking about the Space Raider pickled onion potato shape things that I had when I put my Iceland haul up the other day. They were like, I'm really interested in how they taste. So they actually tasted really nice, like for potato shapes and that. They do have a little bit of flavour. They're not very pickled onion. You know, if you eat the crisps, the Space Raider pickled onion crisps, they're very pickled oniony. But these had some flavour in that, and it was nice. It just wasn't very strong in that. Although Ali did say that he thinks it tastes like pickled onion. To me it didn't, but there you go. So for those that were interested in how they tasted, they were lovely actually. They're probably one of the better potato shapes that I've tasted. There you go. Anyway, it's Friday today and I've not eaten yet. It's like in the afternoon, so I don't know. I think it's just time of the month making me not feel that hungry, which again normally doesn't happen. Usually some months I can eat everything in sight when it's this time of the month, and in the last couple of months it's just made me feel not too hungry. It suppressed my appetite a bit, so I'm sure it'll change next week when I'm over it. Also, I don't know if you can tell, but it's snowing again. It had snowed during the night and this was all white out when I woke up this morning, and now it's green again because of the rain. But it's snowing again. I'm never going to get the deep snow that we got last year, but I can hope. So I done something that I'm probably going to regret doing tomorrow, but I'm highly delighted that I done it right now. I've ordered a takeaway. I got a Domino'S. Ali mentioned it and I was like, yep, that's what we're having for dinner, because I'm just having one of those weeks where I can't be arsed. So I got one of the gluten-free veggie supreme pizzas. It's a small one. This is 515 calories for the whole pizza, which is why I got the gluten-free one. And I'm also going to have the garlic and herb sauce, which is 169 calories for a tub. So dinner tonight is 684 calories. Not too bad for a pizza takeaway. And I'm also going to have one of these Domino'S cookies, which are absolutely tiny. But hey ho, 182 calories for that. So my total calories for today is 1087, leaving me with 113 calories left over. Thank you so much for watching this video, everyone. I know it's not been the best food week, but it's just the way it's been this week, and it's 100% honest with you guys. Not every week is a great week, is it? Please don't forget to like this video if you enjoyed it, subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you next time.